Welcome to Every Way Woman, and here's my favorite segment, the Life Bites. Stacey, I just love these. And I knew when I was in love. What's your answer to that?
I knew I was in love when my husband proposed to me without a ring, and I didn't even notice.
Aww. Did you notice later on?
You know I did. And you came right, but I didn't even notice.
What about you, Cinderella?
I think that when I want to be around someone all the time, like that's when I know I'm in love. Because like usually it's easy for me to get tired of people because I like my space. So when I like always want to be around you and think about you a lot, yeah.
That's when you know you're in love?
Yep.
Oh.
When do you know, Jezlan?
When I'm in love? I've only been in love a few times, and I think the love. Really. I think I knew one morning when I woke up and I looked at him and it was raining and I didn't want to do anything else but be with him that day. And that's when I knew I'm in love with this guy.
That's true.
Holly?
I think I had my worst day and I always tried to be happy and be positive and put on the best face. And then one day I just was so overwhelmed and I just let it all out and it was like, he was still there.
And you still listening?
He said all the right things, and then the next day it was like, oh, I'm never gonna hear from this guy again.
I love
and
it.
No, it didn't change a thing. So I think that's what.
That makes it even stronger. You know, I have a similar story to Stacey's. When my husband first proposed to me, time,
So it played hard to get.
I did. You gotta. It was on my birthday, and he didn't have a ring either. He had a camera. And he said, you know, I'd always wanted to be a photographer, or at least, you know, have a camera and take a lot of pictures. But I would just never spend the money to get a camera. So he bought me a camera and said, I want you to document our life together. And it was just beautiful.
Nice.
But I told him that I had to wait. I was not ready that day because it was my birthday. I was kind of just emotional that day. We were in my room. It was a mess. I hadn't cleaned up. And I just couldn't like wrap my head around it. But, you know, a few months later, I went on a trip to India with my parents, and I couldn't take him because we weren't married at that time. And I was just, the whole trip, I was just kicking myself because I was like, at least if we were engaged, I could take him. Just cultural differences, you know. And so the minute I got back home, he didn't even have to say a word. We were just engaged.
We really had a love bite.
And he was just like, why did you waste my time?
And you know, the interesting tag to that is, and I know that I'm still in love because he snores in my ear and I stay in bed.
Your earplugs real close next to you.
That is true love. Well, thank you all for sharing, and we'll be back with more on Every Way Woman.